Good evening, good afternoon, or good morning, whenever it is that you're watching this very short presentation on The Grey God Brown by Eugene O'Neill. Um, what I'm going to do today is present many of the ideas around the play, and then I'll leave you with a number of questions for you to discuss with each other and with us in class in a forum. Okay, Eugene O'Neill was born in 1888 and he died in 1953. He was awarded the Nobel Prize for Literature and the Pulitzer Prize for Drama. And he has been called by many the greatest American playwright in American literature, which is interesting because much of his influence as a playwright came from European realist playwrights such as Ibsen and Strindberg. He was one of the first drama authors to include the American vernacular, the local varieties in speech in his plays, and that includes black vernacular and even other dialectal varieties such as Cockney in his dramatic speeches in different plays. Um, I would call him a dark playwright for his pessimism. Mostly, well, certainly Grey God Brown is not a very upbeat play. Uh, Interestingly, he was born on Broadway, the New York Avenue, and if you believe in those things, you could say that that somehow marked his future. Uh, Also, you could say that the fact that his father was an actor um, may have contributed to that as well. Both his parents had Irish ancestry, and religion was an important part in his life. He was an innovator, and his works had tremendous audience appeal. He made a lot of money with his craft. He is also one of the playwrights responsible for bringing back The Mask. That was popular in ancient Greek theater. Uh, for example, in this play that we are dealing with, The Great God Brown, but from an experimentalist point of view or stance. The Grey God Brown premiered in 1926. Now, Grey God Brown is the story of Dion Anthony and William or Billy Brown. They're friends. Their parents work together. They're business partners, and they are both in love with a woman called Margaret. Now, Dion is the creative type, the dreamer. However, the mask that he puts on is not as appealing. Whereas, on the other hand, Billy Brown is just an average guy. As I said, they're both in love with Margaret, but Margaret chooses Dion to marry. So that um, Margaret marries Dion, but they do not have a very happy marriage. So when Dion dies, Billy takes on his mask uh, and starts wearing it to the point that that impersonation that he makes of Dion ends up killing his Billy's true self. Um, Only the Sybil, the prostitute, that is an unmasked character, comforts him. Um, and when Billy Brown dies, um, she says that Dion Brown, the combination, the merging of Billy Brown and Dion's mask, has died. So Margaret, who was, of course, married to Dion, but somehow uh, also to Billy, because Billy impersonates through Dion's mask Dion himself. She ends up pointing out that she has always been in love with Dion. This years after they both die. Now, questions. As we can see, identity and betrayal are central themes in this play. Some other themes are the conflict between materialism and idealism. And these masks are expressionistic devices to embody those themes, and they are symbols in the play. Other themes you could say are morality, for instance. But what I'm interested in here is for us to discuss, why is the play called The Grey God Brown? If Billy is not the creative one, but it is Dion, um, the artistic one of the two. Uh, why the Grey God Brown? Is it because he's blonde and athletic? Is it because he's a Christian? Um, is it because he has an average intelligence? Um, is it because he takes on Dion's mask and he is the one that um, that continues somehow Dion's work? Or is it the opposition of or with Dion, who at some point wears a devilish mask? Things for us to consider. Or is it the Grey God Brown, but not the Grey God Billy Brown, but rather, as Sybil, as I've just pointed out, um, says Dion Brown? All things for us to consider, and that I'd like for us to discuss on a forum. Okay. I hope you enjoyed the play. I hope that you have fun with it. It's not a fun play, let me tell you that, but it is very interesting, and you could talk about the use of the masks as expressionistic techniques, other expressionistic features that you may see in the play. You may discuss the idea or the weight of religion on this play, and think about the time when it premiered almost 100 years ago, and how the play is greatly experimental. Okay, hope you have fun with this, and I will see you again in some other presentation, and I will definitely be reading you very soon.